Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I am Sanjana Pereira from Sate Informa Markets, your host for today, and I'm very excited to welcome to you this exclusive webinar presented to you by Azerbaijan Tourism Board, hosted by Travel Trends Today and branded. By attending this webinar, take another look at Baku and Absheron. We'll be diving into the beautiful landscapes, enchanting offerings, and get a comprehensive understanding of the interesting history, culture, and a unique attraction that makes Azerbaijani region an absolute yes for the Indian travelers and beyond. Let's together embark on a captivating exploration of Azerbaijan's dynamic capital city and its stunning surrounding region. To the audience, we assure you that the session would be an interactive one. Do participate in the polls and Q&A sessions. Please keep posting questions during this session so that we can take them towards the end of the session. So without wasting any further time, let's welcome our esteemed speaker, Mr. Elmin, a regional manager for South and Southeast Asia at Azerbaijan Tourism Board. Mr. Elmin has been in this role since 2022 and is responsible for leading initiatives to promote Azerbaijan as a tourist destination within South Asian and Southeast Asia markets. His role involves strategic planning, marketing, and relationship building to boost tourism and enhance the country's profile as a travel destination in the region. Our second esteemed speaker is Ms. Jamila, a sales manager at Sapphire Hotel Group since 2022. Through this fact-driven webinar, our speakers shall share how the tourism is shaping up right now and take us through an insightful journey. Over to you, Mr. Elmin.
Ms. Sanjana, good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you so much for the very nice words and for a warm welcome. It's an absolute pleasure to host this online training, our webinar today. And it's a great honor to do that, and very delighted to have you all joined for today's session. First of all, before we start the presentation and the webinar itself, I would like to share some beautiful videos, latest ones that we shot in collaboration with BBC channel. So let's first enjoy the videos and take first looks into our beautiful destination.
As the sun rises over the Caspian, get ready to embrace the day. Come and listen to the whispering sea. Make the most of Azerbaijan with its mountainous beauty. Just stop for a second. Take in the incredible landscapes. Experience them every way you can. Reconnect with nature. Set your spirit free. Azerbaijan, take another look. To embrace the day. Come and listen to the whispering sea. Make the most of Azerbaijan with its mountainous beauty. Just stop for a second. Take in the incredible landscapes. Experience them every way you can. Reconnect with nature. Set your spirit free. Azerbaijan, take another look.
Well, thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Yes, actually 3 videos, short ones. One is dedicated to the nature, one is to the wellness, and one is to the culture of Azerbaijan. So we will share them once again. Maybe for some of you, it was they're not very loud. I mean, the voice was in the medium. But later, after the webinar, me, and our partners, Branded and Sanjana also, so we will have a chance to share these video links with you. So yeah, and now let me share the presentation with you. Well, I hope you can see my screen in the full mode, so we can start our webinar dedicated to the captivating capital of Azerbaijan, which is Baku, And the nearest region, it's like a Absheron Peninsula, where the coast of the Caspian Sea, where Baku as a capital is Azerbaijan, which is Ganja. And we also have the southern route going to the subtropical area of Azerbaijan and to Lankaran area, and two more, which is the Karabakh, considered as a new touristic route, and Nakhchivan in the Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. To give you some brief information about the country and the capital itself. So the territory of Azerbaijan is 86.6 square kilometers. Capital is Baku city, and in total we have 10 million people living in the country, with most of them, 55% of them, are an urban population. Our official language is Azerbaijani language, and the official currency is Azerbaijani manat, which equals 0.6, 1 manat equals 0.6 United States dollars. So international codes, they start with the code plus 994. The climates, when we say about the climate and the season, we promote Azerbaijan as a year-round destination. For example, now it's November, which is almost winter now, but we have 22 degrees and very sunny weather, and tourists who are now currently in Baku and in the regions are enjoying sunshine and very beautiful and mild weather. Important thing is how to get to Baku. So now, from this year, fortunately, we have two airlines that's launched their direct flights from Delhi to Baku, which is Azerbaijan Airlines 3 times per week, and also Indigo Airlines Delhi to Baku 4 times per week. At the same time, there's a new flight which has just recently been launched. It's the flight from Mumbai to Baku, which is 3 times per week from the end of October. So now currently we have, again, 3 direct flights, Delhi to Baku by Azal and Indigo, and one more new, Mumbai to Baku 3 times per week by Azerbaijan Airlines. At the same time, there is a good connectivity with world-famous airlines like Qatar Airways, Air Arabia, Fly Dubai, and Emirates, also from the appropriate cities. So they can Baku can also be reached through Doha, Dubai, Sharjah, and Emirates. Another important thing, because before we start with a destination itself, is it's a visa and how to enter the country. So basically, for 95 countries in the world, including India, we have a very convenient electronic visa system. And so it's basically 2 options, the standard visa and the urgent visa. The standard, it costs $26, and it's issued within 3 working days. And the only thing that it requires is your valid passport with a 6 months to expiry date. And the second option, which is the urgent one, it's costs $60, but it's issued within 3 working hours. So it's just basically a 1 day, less than a half day, you can get your visa. And both of them, the standard and the urgent, they give you the permission to stay in the country for 30 days, which is 1 month. Now we can start our journey through Baku as a capital. So this is how the most ancient core of Baku looks like. It's called Old City, or we also call it Ichari Shahar, which can be translated like an inner city. This is the oldest part and the most ancient part of the city. And this, you can, in the picture, you can see that how it looks. It's actually, it's been said that Baku is a city of contrast. And you can see, even from the first picture, you can see how the fortified ancient medieval walls look like. They are 12th century old, so constructed in the 12th century. And at the same time, you can see the architecture of 19th century, which was was famous, started to be constructed during the oil boom when it was 19th century and beginning of the 20th century. So the entire territory of the old city is under UNESCO World Heritage Site, and including all the sites and monuments that are within the old city. And when we talk about them, the places that must be visited and not to be missed when you are in the old city, it's for sure the ancient landmark of Baku called Maiden Tower. So this tower was built in 2 steps, like a 9th century, and then completed by the 12th century. It's 28 meters high. It's also under UNESCO World Heritage protection due to being the part of the old city complex. And as now it used to be a lighthouse, a prison, a temple, and now it is one of the most popular museums in the city. And you can visit this place Monday to Sunday from 10 in the morning till 6 in the evening. Another place definitely not to be missed when you come to Old City, it's Shirvanshah Palace. Basically, Shirvan dynasty of the rulers who they rule the country, like almost all of the country, of the current territory of Azerbaijan. It's was the, let's say, kingdom of Shirvan, and for 3 centuries, from the 12th to 15th century, almost 4 centuries, this dynasty, like Shirvans, they ruled the country, and they built all the major, buildings and monuments which are under Old City, including their residence, which is Shirvanshah Palace. It's also a museum. It's a big complex which includes the palace itself, hammam area, harem area, and also the divan khane. So it's like a complex of a couple of chambers and open air spaces with that all included in Shirvanshah Palace. And as a museum, you can visit this place also from Monday to Sunday from 10 in the morning until 6 in the evening. The same like Maiden Tower. Saying that Baku is a city of contrast, you can a couple of kilometers away from the oldest part, you can even find very beautiful examples of the modern architecture in Baku. And one of the most popular of them is Heydar Aliyev Center. This building became iconic, even first year, the year of construction, which was 2012. And for more than 10 years now, this is one of the most, famous places to visit because of this unique design. And architect Zaha Hadid, officially, this building is considered one of the most beautiful in Azerbaijan and one of her best works. It has won so many famous design awards, and in 2014, it was the London Design Museum's Design of the Year. So basically, it's the home to so many expos. It has the big auditorium, which is used for concerts and events, and also for some seasonal and also all year round expos that could be found there. So this center works mainly as a museum. But basically, the entire area and the surrounding area of Heydar Aliyev Center is very nice and scenic, and one of the most photographed and Instagram places in Baku, with this sign "I love Baku" in the front. As a museum, it works Tuesday to Sunday with only one day as exception for the day off. It's the Monday. So Monday is the only day when the museum is closed. Apart from that, Tuesday to Sunday, you can visit this place from 11 in the morning until 7 in the evening. And one place that not all people know, but on the level -1, like a basement level of Heydar Aliyev Center, there's a unique place, as it's one of the biggest classic car exhibitions, expos, which is in a Heydar Aliyev Center. It has a very big, astonishing collection of 140 classic, retro cars from the beginning of end of 19th century, beginning of the 20th century, and going through all the decades, 50s, 60s, 70s, and up to the 2000s. And basically the same as Heydar Aliyev Center, the retro cars exhibition works same schedule, from Tuesday to Sunday from 11 in the morning until 7 in the evening. But for car lovers, and especially for aesthetic lovers, this car museum is also one of the top places to visit in Baku. Another beautiful example of modern architecture is a carpet museum. So it was renovated back in 2010, so 13 years now. So it also used to be an old museum which gathered the big collection of the carpets, national carpets, as Azerbaijan as a country is famous for the carpet weaving and so many national patterns for the carpets. And basically now, this is how the museum looks now. It's the current, let's say, outlook of the museum. So it has the biggest collection of the Azerbaijani carpets, which are proclaimed as a masterpiece of intangible heritage by UNESCO. More than 10,000 exhibits and about 7 collections could be found there when you visit the Carpet Museum. Same as Haydar Aliyev Center, the only day that is day off and the museum is closed is Monday. Apart from that, from 10 to 6, Tuesday, Friday, and on the weekend, 11 to 7 p.m., you can visit this place and definitely need to be visited. The top place, located on the hill, when you come to Baku, is the Highland Park. Also must visit place as it has the best view over the Caspian Sea and Baku Bay. At the same time, this is the point where you can be closest to the iconic Flame Towers, which is a modern landmark. So Highland Park is a public place which is open for everyone, like all day, all week long. And but the good idea to get to this place by a funicular. So you can ride to this place, you can climb the stairs, but the best, in order to get the best experience and impression of Highland Park, it's better to use funicular, which works Tuesday to Sunday from 10 in the morning until 10 in the evening. And you can do like both, say, trips, like up to the Highland Park and down to the city center. And one way, like entrance fee, is only one Azerbaijani manat, which is like $50, let's say. One more place, which is definitely need to be mentioned, is Baku Seaside Boulevard. This is one of the oldest in the world, as it was constructed back in 1909, so like more than 110 years now. So this place was renovated around like 10 years ago. Now it's a very nice and scenic place, and like for family holidays and for like local people and for tourists. And there are so many objects, so many places for the entertainment that could be found there. Even like on this picture, you can see the Carpet Museum that I just mentioned. Also the shopping center, Deniz Mall. But one of the top places to visit when you come to Seaside Boulevard, it's the Little Venice. It also was like renovated in 2010. Now this is how it looks like. It's like a small piece of like a Venice in the downtown of Baku. You can try, let's say, like with this boat trip. It's open almost all year round, but the best time to experience it in the warm weather, when it's spring or summer, or the autumn also. So it's also works from 10:30 till 11:30 at night. And it has beautiful cafes surrounding the channels of this Little Venice. When we talk again about the modern architecture, along with the ancient landmark of Maiden Tower, we have the modern landmark of Flame Towers, which also, the same as Haydar Aliyev Center, they became iconic trio of skyscrapers back in 2012. All of them are around 180 meters high. And the right tower, which is on the picture on the right side, it's the home to Fairmont Hotel, Fairmont Baku 5-star Hotel. And basically, this is how Baku looks at night. And you can see the Seaside Boulevard, Baku Wheel as one of the top places to visit on the Seaside Boulevard, and Flame Towers on the Highland Park. And also Baku has this a fancy place called Port Baku Business Center with a crescent bay, also iconic modern architecture, and with the premium offices, apartments, and luxury shopping in the premium outlets. When you travel a bit far from, start traveling in the Absheron Peninsula, and when you're a little bit away from Baku, so if just 30 minutes away from the capital, you can find the two places dedicated to the ancient cult of fire. So it was they are related to this part of the history of Azerbaijan, where when it was the Zoroastrianism and the fire worshipping. Basically, you can see the Ateshgah Fire Temple on the left, which was built, let's say it was one of the most ancient buildings, but due to some earthquakes and, like, say, within the history, it was demolished. But the way it looks now and operates as an open-air museum, it was built in 17th, 18th centuries with the funds of Indian merchants who traveled through Azerbaijan territory from, like, Asia to the west. From east to the west in the Middle Ages, like in 17th, 18th centuries. And this was a period, like during the two ages, Ateshgah Temple was built the way it looks right now. As a museum, it works from Monday to Sunday, 10 in the morning until 7 p.m., like 7 in the evening. And another place which is also located around like 35 minutes away from a drive from city center of Baku is Yanar Dag, which can be translated from Azerbaijani language as a burning mountain. Actually, it's like a hill. It's not a very, let's say, high mountain. It's the hill with a natural phenomena like an everlasting fire, which is there, like goes from the slope of the mountain for almost 6,000 years now. So this is the everlasting fire, like the same as we have in Ateshgah. So both places are, like I mentioned, dedicated to the fire worshipping and like a fire, the cult of fire. So as the Burning Hill, like Yanar Dag, as a museum, it works. It was recently renovated a couple of years ago. Now it's a very nice and let's say cozy place. Again, open air museum, which can be visited the same as Ateshgah from Monday to Sunday from 10 in the morning until 7 in the evening. When you move also from like around 60 kilometers from Baku and not far away from the Absheron, let's say, part of the country, you can visit another UNESCO World Heritage Site and an archaeological reserve called Gobustan. You can see it on the right picture. It is famous for its petroglyphs, its rock paintings and carvings that you can see on the picture. So Gobustan actually is one of the most ancient settlements and places where Azerbaijani people lived. For this place is dated like a second, third millennia before Christ, and also between the Upper Paleolithic and the Middle Ages, people lived there. And for these thousands of years, they showed the ancient way of life, their hunting process, their living. All of this were demonstrated by these petroglyphs, and the Gobustan as a reserve has this more than 7,000 rock engravings, these 7,000 petroglyphs. And this is a unique place, and it's, like I mentioned, it's also included in the list of UNESCO World Heritage. And as a museum, it works Monday to Sunday, so all week long from 10 to 5 from 10 in the morning until 5 in the evening. When you travel a little bit further from Gobustan, you can also reach one unique area, which looks like another planet landscape. It's called mud volcanoes. What makes them unique is not just like a usual volcano, like a big mountain erupting with lava and dangerous for life. But mud volcanoes are not that tall. They are 5 to 10 meters high. But more than half of them, more than half of all the mud volcanoes that are in the world are located near Gobustan in Azerbaijan. So we are the country which is home to the most, almost half of mud volcanoes, almost 350 of them located in the territory of Gobustan. You can see how they look in the picture, and this is why they called mud volcanoes, because they erupt not with lava and the hot lava, but they erupt with mud, which is not dangerous and also can be used in the treatment. So some people enjoy, collecting some of the mud from the volcano when they go to this place, and also, having a kind of bath by immersing themselves in the volcano. So it's not dangerous, and it's a unique experience and definitely not to be missed. What else we can do when you have the outdoor activities in Baku and Absheron? Like I mentioned, we have the big seaside boulevard. It's almost 17 kilometers long. including the new parts with the crystal hall. You can see it on the left side of the screen in the picture. This is the flag square and the crystal hall. So this is considered as a new boulevard. You can enjoy cycling there. This is the perfect place for jogging, making sport, running, and also cycling. So this is what you can do all year round in the boulevard. You can also, we have the seasonal and a very nice experience. It's bird watching. We have some national parks located in different parts of the country. One of them is Absheron Park, and you can enjoy bird watching there during some, like, say, months, specific months in a year, like April and October, for example, and also windsurfing on the Caspian Sea. So like 35 minutes away from the downtown, you can go to the beach area in the north, where we have the windsurfing and kite surfing on the Caspian. So this is also a good activity that you can try, like experience in summertime. And also, like when it comes to like a luxury experience, you can try playing golf. We have the 18-hole course, like a full course golf club called Dreamland Golf Club and Golf Academy. You can try the regular course there, or also try the mini golf masterclass in this place, which is also located like 30 minutes away from the city center on the way to the international airport. And for like let's say family activities, let's say we have many shopping malls, like new shopping malls in Baku. It's Daniz Mall, Park Boulevard, Gençlik Mall, 28 Mall, and Metro Park. So all of them work like all week long, like from Monday to Sunday, from 10 in the morning until 10 in the evening. One of the most popular and beautiful ones is Daniz Mall. You can see it on the picture, and you already may know that it's located on the Seaside Boulevard. And it's a very nice place because it has cinemas, cafes, and restaurants, and places for interest for the kids. Before we proceed, I would like to have like some kind of poll. So we will be sharing some like questions with you before we continue. Ashtad, could you please share the poll with the audience? So yeah, we have the question, which we had the first impression of the Baku and Absheron site. I already shared some let's say information about the sites and places to visit. So we have the very, I would say, simple question. So which sightseeing, which place in Baku is included in UNESCO World Heritage? Because basically, and by the way, this is the updated information, we used to have 3 places in the entire country. Now we have 4. So recently we added 1 more place. I will talk about this a bit later. So 1 more place is included in UNESCO World Heritage. Now in total for the country, we have 4 places. But the one which is in Baku, not in the surroundings, but just Baku. So I see that most of you have been listening to me very carefully, as we have the almost 60%. Yeah, I think the poll is over now. So, and I could say that's, yeah, almost over, or no. Yeah, so it's, yeah, the correct answer is Old City, İçeri Şehir. That's correct. So like I mentioned, the entire territory of Old City, including all the monuments, Shirvanshah Palace and Maiden Tower, are included in UNESCO heritage sites and UNESCO list. So Ateshgah, for now, no. So it's like also like one of the most ancient sightseeing and places to visit in Azerbaijan. But currently, Ateshgah and Yanar Dag are not included in UNESCO World Heritage. So when we talk about Baku, like as a capital, so İçeri Şehir, how we call it in our language, old city with all these monuments, Maiden Tower and Shirvanshah Palace, and all other like monuments within the old city complex are included in UNESCO World Heritage Site. So let's continue with the presentation with the second part. So one of the part of the experience when you travel to Azerbaijan is like a national cuisine, as we have like an all year round destination, and we have so many let's say sunny days and fertile grounds. So basically, we have the big variety of the fruits and vegetables, and like basically the products are very fresh and tasty. So that's why the cuisine and the national cuisine is very rich. We have so many options for the national dishes, including like different, let's say, kinds of pilaf or plov. Also dolma, you can see it on the right bottom picture, and also the snack, which is called gutab. So basically, the national cuisine is definitely something that should be tried when you travel to our destination. But at the same time, we have like a big variety of international cuisines. This is how the national restaurants basically look. One of the top that's recommended, like we'll say, to visit in order to experience Azerbaijani tastes. It's Mugham Club, Galadivari, Shirvanshah Art Garden, Art Club. So one of the most genuine one, like traditional ones, they are located in the old city, like Mugham Club and Galadivari, for example. Yeah, but traditional ones are definitely places to, let's say, visit to try the national cuisine. At the same time, we have international cuisine, and one of the most popular and famous, for the recent years, is Indian cuisine. Again, because we have many guests coming from India for the last 5-6 years, and we have around 10 Indian restaurants now, including Maharani, Masala Junction, Royals, Harbor, which is in Port Baku, Flavors Fusion Cuisine. So some of them are have Indian meals and also Asian, but some of them are let's say a genuinely Indian restaurant with Indian chefs, where you can try original Indian tastes when you come to Baku. And at the same time, you can enjoy yourself going to the clubs and lounges, which are plenty of them in Baku. During the summer season, we have the open air parties near the sea in Sibris and Amburan beach resorts, and at the same time, visit so many clubs and lounges within the downtown. Some of them are located in the hotels. Some of them like Electra. You can see it on the picture on the left side. So Electra, Energy, also Extra. So there are a couple of good clubs, which are places where you want to have some say dances with your friends and cocktails. And yeah, now I would like to pay your attention to some of the properties places to stay, where you can stay when you come to Baku. Actually, Baku, because being the capital, has so many options of the local brands and international brands, starting from the 2 stars and ending up to the 5 luxury star properties and boutique hotels at the same time. I would like to pay your attention to a couple of them, mostly to the international brands. And also in terms of their a room allotment and their location and architecture, we have Four Seasons Hotel Baku, which is one of the most luxury options to stay, located in the downtown opposite the Seaside Boulevard. This is a 5-star classic architecture property with 171 guest rooms, and also a very good option for corporate say groups, MICE groups, and also Indian weddings, as it has very good meeting facilities and ballrooms and meeting rooms. So 5 meeting rooms, 2 ballrooms, and this place is famous also for, again, being the venue for Indian weddings. Since 2018, so far there were around 10 Indian weddings which were organized in this hotel. At the same time, we have the new property. It's called the Ritz-Carlton Baku Hotel. As you can see from the picture, it's located very close to Heydar Aliyev Center and Convention Center. So this is the recent, the most, the newest 5-star international brand hotel with 190 guest rooms and very good meeting facilities, 12 meeting rooms, 1 ballroom. Fairmont Baku, Flame Towers, you already know these iconic skyscrapers, and the one which is closer on the picture on the right side, it's the Fairmont Baku 5-star hotel with a big room allotment, 318 guest rooms. Also a good option for the meetings, conferences, and also for weddings, because Fairmont Baku was a couple of times the venue for Indian weddings in one of their ballrooms, or a combination of 2 ballrooms. Married family, very well presented in the country. So they have a couple of hotels in their chain in Baku. And the most, let's say, luxury and the top hotel of their family is JW Marriott, located right in the downtown. Also 5-star property, 237 guest rooms, and very good, let's say, variety of small boardrooms and meeting rooms. There are 13 in total, with a main ballroom, which is also a good option for big conferences, up to 1,000 pax in theater style, and also like for different setups, and also for weddings, because this year so far it has like also one wedding recently was held, Indian wedding was held in this property. The biggest hotel in the country and also in the Caucasus region, it also belongs to Marriott family. It's Baku Marriott Hotel Boulevard. Like some of you may know that, because again, the biggest hotel, 812 guest rooms, 6 meeting rooms, and the biggest ballroom in the country for up to 1,200 people, like say pax in the theater setup. But also it has 6 meeting rooms, and it's a good location, especially in the warm weather and the summertime, because it's located in the new boulevard on the shore of the Caspian Sea. Another, let's say, international brand, we have Hilton Baku Hotel, also located in the downtown, very close to JW. And on the picture, you can also see Park Boulevard Mall on the left. It's on the Seaside Boulevard. So Hilton is it has some rooms. They have the sea view, 309 guest rooms, 18 meeting rooms, and 1 ballroom. 4-star brands, we have also Courtyard, the recent, let's say, the newest 4-star hotel, the big one, which has 365 guest rooms and small 11 meeting rooms in the classic style. One of the oldest is like a Park Inn, but now they did the rebranding. It's called Radisson Baku Hotel now, not Park Inn anymore. It's located right by the Hilton Hotel, also in a very good location, opposite the Seaside Boulevard. Almost like up to 250 guest rooms, 6 meeting rooms, 1 ballroom. Also good option as an international 4-star brand. And very good example of business hotel located in the business district of near Port Baku. Holiday Inn Baku Hotel, 223 guest rooms, 4-star hotel, also with 5 meeting rooms and 1 ballroom. Just wanted to mention some major events that we have had this year so far. So Baku has been the home to Formula One Grand Prix for 7 years now. We had the latest one, like this year, Grand Prix was in the end of April month, on 30th of April. That was 7th, like a Formula One Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So this is the major sporting events this year so far. We have the big concert of Imagine Dragons bands, famous bands in Baku Olympic Stadium 2 months ago, beginning of September. And along with the entertainment, like a music and sport, we had this the biggest scientific congress called International Astronautical Congress like a month ago, like in beginning of October. So this is our official web pages where you can find like a more information about the destination, about like the routes and like places to visit and try when you come to Baku. The main web page is Azerbaijan.travel. The rest are like dedicated to e-learning and also the homepage of Tourism Board. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for your time and for your attention. I hope you enjoyed it. Can we have the second poll, please, dedicated to the properties? Yes, I think that was also an easy question, as most of the audience, they choose the correct answer. So we have, like I just mentioned, we have the biggest property in the region and in the country. It's Baku Marriott Hotel Boulevard, with the biggest room allotment in the country and in the region. And also with the biggest venue, like the biggest conference room. which is Tagi Ballroom. Yeah, I think the poll is finished. Yeah, so good that the majority of the audience, they choose the correct answer. So yes, so Baku Marriott Hotel Boulevard is the biggest due to the biggest room allotment. It has 812 guest rooms in total. That's the correct answer. Well, thank you so much again for this opportunity to host this webinar and online training and share some, let's say, information about our capital and our Absheron district, like Absheron Peninsula, and the main sites of Baku and Absheron today. Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed it. So later on, I'm giving a word to my colleague from the hospitality, Miss Jamila, who represents one of the top local hotel brands. It's Sapphire Hotels Group. So please welcome Jamila.
Thank you, Elman. Thank you for your presentation. So I will start my presentation as well. Just a second. Sapphire Hotel Group is a local hotel chain that consists of 4 brands. One of them is Sapphire City, another one is Sapphire Inn, and the last one is Sapphire Bayil Hotel. We also have Sapphire Marine Hotel, which is under construction right now. Under maintenance works. It's resort hotel, beachside, and 5-star. So maybe about Marine Hotel, I will talk a bit later. I want to start from Sapphire City, which is located in the heart of the capital's life, a few meters from the first Fountain Square. It's on the Nizami Street. Nizami Street is very famous. And a lot of tourists know this street because it's directly in the downtown. So this historical building consists of 43 rooms. We have standard rooms, deluxe, and executive rooms. Standard rooms is 25 square meters. There is a TV, safe box, and all amenities in the rooms. And the deluxe rooms are a little bit bigger than standard room, and we have balcony rooms as well in deluxe rooms. So the guests are enjoying their stay at the deluxe rooms because we have a balcony which is open to the downtown. So the last one is a executive room. Executive room is starting from 45 square meters until 55 square meters. It's also ideal for the families. We are putting extra beds in this room. So also we have jacuzzi in executive room. So I know that we have less time for the presentation, and I have to present our hotel, another hotels as well. I think later I will inform you about our restaurant, which is on the top of the Sapphire City Hotel. It's called Societe Restaurant. Societe Restaurant is famous also for our hotel guests, as well as open for the outside guests. We sometimes held their banquets, events, as well as kids zones, kids parties. This is as from the picture you can also see our lobby area. It's like ancient and like historical, some decors, designs. And this is our Sapphire City Hotel. It's most comfortable and enjoyable for the tourists because, look, as I mentioned before, it's located in the downtown, directly in the Nizami Street. This hotel is fully occupied, almost fully occupied, especially in the summer season. That's enough for Sapphire City Hotel. I would like to also inform you about Sapphire Inn Hotel, which is located in the historical and business part of the city. It's about 5 minutes away to Fountain Square, as well as Old City. It's also very ideal for the groups and FIT guests. Mostly we had the Indian guests as well staying in Sapphire Inn Hotel because we also ordered to our guests masala tea and 2 type of Indian food at this hotel. So that's why Indian market is also famous for Sapphire Inn. So let's start about Sapphire Inn. We have 56 rooms available in Sapphire Inn. As I mentioned, it's also ideal for the groups, for FITs, and so we have standard rooms starting from 16 square meters until 20 square meters. We don't put extra beds. It's only for 2 packs because there's no enough space for the standard rooms. But for the large rooms, we can offer you extra bed as well. 1 extra bed for the family. It's also good for the family. So in the rooms we have all set up, all amenities, amenities. I mean the free kettle, free Wi-Fi, mini bar, safe box, and everything needed. The third type is executive room. Executive room is starting from 45 square meters until 50 square meters. We also place there 2 extra beds as well, also ideal for the families. So in executive and deluxe rooms, we also have balcony. That's ideal for the tourists. Then I would like to inform you that we have twin rooms also available at Sapphire Inn Hotel. So regarding the meeting rooms, we have just 1 meeting room in Sapphire Inn. It's up to 30 bucks. We held there business training, seminars. It's just a small area for 30 bucks and less. And we have 1 restaurant open for the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's located at the lobby area. Also, we offer you lobby bar as well. So it's also enough for Sapphire Inn Hotel. I would like to inform you about our last hotel, Sapphire Bayıl Hotel. My very lovely hotel, Sapphire Bayıl. It's close to the museums such as Carpet Museum, Stone Museum, as well as Contemporary Art Museum. It's directly seaside boulevard. It's just a few minutes away from Seaside Boulevard. So a lot of luxury bars, clubs are located nearby hotel, as well as we have event halls, Electra Event Hall and Crystal Hall, Flag Square close by. Whenever we have concerts, events at the Crystal Hall, Electra Events Hall, we have a lot of guests staying at Sapphire Bayıl Hotel. And it's because it's very famous and hotel, and also ideal for the groups. We have 70 rooms totally at Sapphire Bayıl Hotel and 33 twin rooms available. We also had the Indian guests staying at Sapphire Bayıl Hotel. We offer them a very delicious breakfast with the Indian food, masala tea, and they were staying very happy. So let's inform you about the standard room. Standard room starting from 26 square meters. As you see from the picture, it's like a classical style. Then the deluxe room, about 32 square meters. We also put the 1 extra bed to the deluxe room. So this is executive room. To the families, it's ideal because some families want some private room and another sitting room. It's ideal for the families. So our Sapphire Bayıl Hotel. We also have 12 balcony rooms at Sapphire Bayıl Hotel. Some of them in standard rooms we don't have balcony. We have balcony only in deluxe rooms and executive rooms. This is our restaurant. Restaurant open for the lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Also, we have a lot of events holding in Sapphire Bayıl restaurant. It's called Vitelli Restaurant. So from the picture, you also see the decor and design of our hotel, that it's really nice, and it's operating about 4 years. I can say that it's totally new because during the pandemic, it was not working. It was closed. That's why it's like new, a new hotel. So on 1 second. So that's finish. One moment, camera. So it's enough of my presentation. I know that we have less time. That's why I don't want to talk a bit. So maybe you have some questions regarding Sapphire hotels. You can ask. I see we have general chat here. You can ask your questions in case if you have. Okay, I will share my contact details as well with you. I'm writing down my email address. Okay, can you please mail photo? Yeah, I have a lot of pictures of our hotels and I have video, so I can share it with you. This private. You have my email address. In case if you have some questions or require anything, just let me know. I will be glad to assist you. And I would like to have more Indian groups staying at our hotels, especially for winter period. So. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay, I will share my presentation with you later after our presentation. All right. Okay, any more questions? Any requests? I think everything was clear from my speech.
Yes, thank you, Jamila.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
Well, I would like to first thank the audience as well for the overwhelming response for posting in questions throughout the course of the webinar. The audience can now throw up the questions. So at present, I have few questions for Elman that I have received. So Elman, the first question for you is, any temperature range that you can share, like a minimum or maximum of what is the year-round weather like in Azerbaijan?
Yeah, thank you. It's a good question. So basically, we promote the destination as all year round, but like to mention the best months in a year, like when in terms of like a convenient, good and warm weather. So I would say like from April, May, June, July, these 4 months from April to July would be the very good, convenient, nice weather to come to Azerbaijan. So August is the hottest month in the country. So if you're not afraid of the hot weather, but again, by saying hot, it's not like for example, in the Emirates, we don't have like more than 40 degrees. So it's usually maximum 35 degrees during the hottest month, which is August. So apart from August, we have September, October, very nice autumn weather, still very warm and sunny, like up to like a 25, like 30 degrees. Like even now, like some tourists this season, like in November, they're very fortunate because the weather is perfect for November. So, but when we talk about the winter activities, you can come to Azerbaijan from December to the middle of the March, which is the season for ski resort. So in Baku, weather in Baku in winter, it's like a +5 to +10 degrees. We don't have much snow in the capital. But in the north regions, for example, in let's say Gusar, Guba, so the way we have the ski resorts, there is a ski the ski resort season, and you can try yourself experience Azerbaijan in the winter time as well. So basically, range is very let's say convenient in terms of the temperature to come again, even in the winter time. But the best time it's April to July and September and October.
Well, thank you for the answer, Elman. The second question is there any MICE incentive offered by the tourism board?
Yeah, it's a good also question because we have so many, let's say, MICE groups coming to Azerbaijan. So unfortunately, currently, we don't have a financial mechanism to support, let's say, corporate and MICE groups, not even like Indian, but generally for all our target markets. Yeah, but we are thinking of create such mechanism for the future years. Maybe from the next year, there will be such mechanisms, because currently Azerbaijan Tourism Board has the incentive program for associations, so like for events, groups coming related to the association, say business, but for the corporate currently no, unfortunately will be from the next year.
Okay. Well, is it safe to travel to Azerbaijan for the Indians, or what kind of security tool do you all use? And please elaborate.
Yeah, basically it's a safe destination. So if you compare like a countries in the region, Azerbaijan is one of the, let's say, most safe destinations to travel for, I would say, like for all, let's say, nationalities that usually come, like arrivals that come to Baku, and in particular for the Indian guests as well. So there's no, let's say, I would say some particular terms are like in terms of like safety for Indians, because they travel. But this year, actually, we had the record number of Indian travelers so far, so more than even like before COVID. So which says that claims that destination is quite popular with the Indian market. Yeah, and basically, again, by being the safe destination, Indian travelers, like even like they can come and like stay even at night. They can go to some places and come back to the hotel safely. So we have a very low level of crime and robberies, and basically the safety is under the good control. There's enough the policemen that to take control of a city administration, and basically it's quite safe here.
Okay. And what is the best time to travel to Baku?
Again, like I mentioned, I just mentioned, to Baku would be the same months in terms of a nice weather. So spring, April, May, and in summer, June, July are the best time to come to Baku to enjoy the most of the day, because the sun rises early in the morning and the sunset is at 9 p.m. So you can enjoy the full day in the capital by going to places, the famous places which I talked today. And same, I would say that August will be the hottest month, but still very good option to come to Azerbaijan, to Baku in particular. And September, October, also good ideas to come. In winter, again, we don't have snowy weather. We don't have extremely cold weather in Baku in winter time. So you can also explore and experience Baku in the winter time, because it won't be very too cold.
Okay, Elman, can you suggest what is the best way to create an itinerary according to city-wise, so that it could be easy for the travelers?
Yeah, like I mentioned during the presentations, there are places that I would say there are very popular and common itineraries that people choose when they travel, when they plan their trip. It could be by the travel support of the travel agency, or if they travel by their own. So again, it's like a combination of visiting the most popular places, first of all, old city. So first, I would say that it will be the journey of contrast. So within one day, you can go first day in the morning on the first day of your trip. You can go and explore old city of Baku, and at the same time have a walk in a seaside boulevard. And then after lunch, the second half, you can explore the modern architecture of Haydar Aliyev Center and go to this museum. So basically, I would recommend to explore, start from the old city, then explore the entire city of Baku, and then move to Ateshgah, Yanar Dag, and Gobustan, because you have to travel 30 minutes or 1 hour, maximum 1 hour to reach those places, including Gobustan. Again, which are Baku, Absheron, and close to Absheron is Gobustan area.
Well, with regards to the accommodation and the hotels, are the hotels family oriented or most preferred for solo travelers in Baku?
No, they are very different. There's a big variety. Even like Jamila mentioned, they have 4 hotels, with one to be opened next a season, a Sapphire Marine. So basically there are plenty of options for solo travelers, for family travelers, for business travelers as well. So I wouldn't say that some of them, some specific ones could be oriented for solo travelers, in district called Ahmad Rajabli. So in this place, I would say that mostly people stay, a solo travelers stay there. Like in the downtown, depending on the budget, you can choose some good options of local brand hotels, like Sapphire Hotel Group, for example, a good option for the family trip, and also like some hotels in the old city, like for example Shah Palace, which I mentioned as a reply in the comments, also in the Q&A part. Yeah, so some places for family journey could be good, could be found in the old city or surrounded. They are surrounding the old city, like for example, Promenade Hotel, like a local brand, or also the hotels that I mentioned, the international brands, like 4 and 5 star international brands. They have like the options for everyone, like for solo travelers and for family travelers as well. I would suggest to some families to stay closer to the seaside boulevard because there will be plenty of entertainment for kids. Like for example, if you stay closer to the seaside boulevard, you can just like cross the avenue and go to the Daniz Mall, like to enjoy your time with your kids, with your family. So you can like choose the hotel closer to the seaside boulevard to make it more convenient to travel to this place. Like again, for the entertainment for the kids. Yeah. So.
Well, thank you, Elman. So the questions that couldn't be answered today by our speakers, we'll take them post the webinar, and the speakers will, reply to you personally on solving your queries. I would like to thank every one of you to be a part of this informative webinar. There will be a short survey that would be shared post this webinar through an email. We would love to have your feedback for the same. So this is Sanjana signing off for now. Thank you, Elman. Thank you, Jamila.
Thank you.
Audience, we hope to see you. We hope to see you for our next webinar on the 16th of November with a yet another interesting topic on the regions and ski resorts of Azerbaijan. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So much. Again, thank you. Massive thanks to all the audience for their attention, for their time, for joining our webinar, and of course for their questions and their participation. And particular thanks to Sanjana, to you for hosting our webinar. Thank you so much. And like I mentioned, would be great to see you on the next webinar on the 16th of November. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sanjana. Thank you, Elman. Thank you, Jamila.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.